Okay, so Tudor just dropped their new Tudor Ranger, and it's got me thinking. One, Tudor continues to be a disappointment. Two, at least this watch has done one thing by confirming a contention I've always had. And three, the reaction to this video has actually said some really interesting things, not so much about watches, because this is such a dull watch, but really about the community. Let's get into it. Okay, I ask you to believe me here. I want a Tudor. I've come so close a couple of times to really embracing the Tudor brand. They've got at least one watch that really appeals to me. That ceramic Black Bay, the Metas certified one, that is so close to what I wanted. And it was at that moment I began to think, you know what, Tudor might be creating history of its own. Tudor might be breaking out of the Rolex shadow, and particularly through the embrace of the Metas certification, I really saw a path for Tudor to be more than its history. Ever since then, it has been a profound disappointment. Ever since then, every Tudor release feels like it only makes sense if the story begins, once upon a time there was this Rolex. And I just can't warm to the brand. It feels so hollow and empty and devoid of any kind of its own story. It's like a little kid trying to make a career out of doing covers of its big brother's songs. It's just a disappointment. The second thing I'd say about this watch is it does kind of act as a perfect illustration for something I've said all along. It's kind of been a byword of my channel. And that is that the words timeless and versatile, those characteristics, those attributes are massively overrated. I've always felt that timeless means always dull, and that versatile means lots of things okay but not great. And this watch is a perfect illustration of what you get when you shoot for timeless and versatile. This watch is going to be perfectly pleasant but ultimately dull in whatever time zone you drop this in whatever time frame you have this watch. It will never be offensive. It will always be dull. And you know what? You can use this watch for a whole range of things, and it will always be okay. It will rarely be disastrous. It will never be the perfect watch. It'll just be meh. Okay, so the last point I want to make, and this is around the idea of what this watch has shown me in sort of the way we as a community are split up and divided, and we don't really even talk to each other. We don't necessarily even understand what's going on. I was in a live stream earlier today talking about this watch, and one of the guys on that was furious at this watch. He hated this watch. And what he was saying is that in all of the forums, in all of the things he's in, no one is asking for the North flag to come back. Sorry, for the Ranger to come back. Everyone's asking for the North flag. No one's asking to see the Ranger again. This is widely regarded as one of Tudor's great dullards that no one wanted to see. And yet I was curious because following that and getting ready to do this take, I saw Watch Gringa did like a stream thing of hers. Now, I don't normally watch those, but I went back and I was struck by how overwhelmingly positive so many people were. Yay, the Ranger's back. Yay, we've got this again. And I found myself thinking, what universe are you from? Where did you come from? Where do you get your news media from? Where do you speak? Because I don't, and maybe it's just this idea of, even though I try to spread my wings, and even though I try to get some views of what's going on across the community from lots of different places, it's clear that we all drop into the idea that these are my brands, these are my news sources, these are kind of the opinions I listen to, and it becomes really difficult to break out of. Even when you're actively trying to, which is what I do, you find yourself getting in this cognitive rut of not hearing other people's voices. So I was really taken back by how many people were really positive about this watch. And you know what? All power to you. If this is the sort of thing that appeals to you, then, like I said, I'm so happy that someone has made a watch for you. I genuinely am. But as I said, for me, this watch is a profound disappointment. It is dull, derivative, lacking any sense of feeling or excitement. Like I said, if it was in a watch box, I can't think of when I would ever say this is the perfect watch for any event. The only time I might wear a watch like that would be, well, nothing else seems quite right. I suppose I'll wear this one today. Anyway, so that's my take on the new Tudor Ranger. What's your thoughts on it? Leave a comment below. I've been Pete McConville. This has been Not So Obvious Watches. See you later. Bye.